Alrighty. Okay, we're working now.
Oh, back in action.
We're here. We're actually here with people watching us.
Awesome. What's up, everyone?
How's it going? Also, if anyone has any questions for KG, you can leave them in the comments. Yeah, there's a live chat, so feel free to leave them there. But yeah, otherwise,
Cool.
how have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Yeah, so like I said, just trying to just keep busy. A few interviews here and there. It's good that kind of everything's slowly getting back to normal, I guess. Which has been really cool. And just always working on music, always trying to like better myself, and trying to stay sane like everybody else is,
Yeah,
which is easier said than done, I guess.
it sure is. um, So, KG, what are you all about? Let's give some people some information if they don't know who you are.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. So if it's the first time you're hearing about me, and basically, I make music that I guess is all about like social justice issues and just bringing a meaning to everything. And I run a hip hop dance school for young people. That's also about just finding, finding ways to empower them and make them live their best life through music, through arts, dance, stuff like that. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm at KG official AUS, and all my handles are the same. And I've got Spotify, SoundCloud, all that kind of stuff. I just released a new single called Superwoman as well, which
Awesome.
I find pretty cool. Just about it's dedicated to all the powerful women in my life, and just worldwide. And yeah, it's a tribute to just amazing, women across the world.
Fantastic. Um, yeah, no, I have heard that song. It is a very good song. And if people
Cool.
want to come and check any of your socials out, I'll pop them down in the bio below as well. So it'll be easy for anyone to catch up with you there.
Nice.
Yeah. So
And I also do some gaming. I'm pretty addicted gamer.
yeah. Are you playing a game right now?
Actually just looking at the screen just up here because I was just up here. We've got what's it called? My friends on YouTube, so they're all up here.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What are you doing?
What games do you play? I was
How can I find? I play NBA 2K, and I play a bit of Fortnite. I play what's it called? Modern Warfare, but not Modern. It's called Warzone. Yeah, I always get confused between.
Yeah.
So I play that, and then like I've got my computer screen set up and some YouTube.
Yeah, cool.
On the other, yeah. So I've got like 3 screens going.
Fantastic.
Cool.
You're gonna.
And then I've actually got some notes here because like every time I have an interview, I normally have my phone, but because I'm zooming on my phone,
right.
I have to have the notes up here.
Joel and I are also avid Fortnite players. And I stream.
Oh,
Fortnite
cool! I gotta add you.
So, yeah, let's squad up sometime.
Yeah, that's cool.
Apart from gaming, in isolation, have you been making any music? Have you been able to kind of find any inspiration from what's going on in the world and tune into that, or even just making your own kind of music?
Yeah, definitely. Like I've just been at the moment I've been working on a track with a guy called Strictly DT.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like an old track together called Roots. So he just sent me the stems to that, and so I've just been like trying to mix that down. I'm trying to just perfect my verse, so that's been pretty cool. Awesome. I've got a session that I'm going to Sydney next week because everything's opened up now. Studios are opened up, so.
Right.
That's going to be really exciting. I get to go there and kind of like get back into feeling normal, traveling again, which I think is like really, really cool.
Yeah, it's really something that like people have in the past taken for granted. I go to so many concerts in Sydney, and I'm like, oh, that 3 hour bus trip to Sydney. But now I'm like, oh my God, I can't even go to Sydney. I'm
You
so
want
excited
it?
to go. And
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah, so that's
Like
awesome.
I want to. I'm looking forward to that drive. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Um, cool. So
Just
yeah, we'll be expecting some new songs from you then.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. In the next couple of months, I'll have something out there, which would be cool.
That's exciting. Cool. What about listening to other artists? What who kind of inspires you or influences your music?
Yeah, like at the moment, I've actually been listening to a lot of old school kind of stuff just to get like, back to just soul and like, a lot of funk.
Mm.
I was listening to, actually just recently, I was listening to a lot of Bob Marley.
Oh, cool.
Just kind of like therapy kind of, Where's the Love as well. What else was I listening to the other day? Joey Badass. I was listening to Joey Badass, which is pretty cool. He's pretty dope. He released an album in 2017. Um, new kind of music. Australian music. I really like Sampa the Great. She's really good. I've been
Yeah.
listening to her stuff.
Yeah.
The Bad Apples Boys, Briggsy, and their music has been really really cool. So yeah, it just depends like whatever's on my Spotify, whatever I can kind of like, I don't know, just randomly run, like how they give you the daily plays.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's on my daily play, I just kind of give it a spin. If it's Australian, and I'm like, if it's good, I just add it to my playlist. So.
Yeah.
But when I'm in album mode, I'm really weird. When I'm in album mode, I don't listen to any music. Or like if I'm writing a song, I don't
Right.
like listen to any music because I find that sometimes you just subconsciously put stuff in that music, in your own music, which is like really weird.
Yes.
And it's like, and then you go back and listen to that and you're like, what? What's that about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of videos being like, oh, this artist ripped off this other artist, and it's like I think a lot of it is subconscious, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, sometimes they're just like, they're probably listening to that artist or they're just vibing with something or,
Yeah.
that person did. And they're like, oh, that's a cool idea,
Yeah. um. Yeah. Cool. Um. So obviously we haven't had any performances in a while on stage. I'm sure it's something that you miss. I definitely miss going to gigs. But I wanted to know what
Yeah.
your favorite on stage experience is.
Oh, to date, man, that's a really good question. I think, to be honest, like I really enjoyed. A few years back, I went to Northern Territory, Darwin. It was probably like maybe 5, 6 years ago, and I was just doing a. It wasn't even like a massive gig. It was just like a kind of like an underage kind of gig, and sometimes in my show, I'll get like some members of the crowd. I'm like, I put it out there. I'm like, if you're an MC or you're a singer or just like, an artist or a dancer and you want to come on stage, this is a part of the show. Like I have like an instrumental,
Right.
and I'm like part of the show where you can just kind of come up and, show off your skill. Like, hopefully it like unearths some kind of, gives you the experience of like being on stage in front of, a couple hundred people or whatever. And there was this guy, man, I forget this kid's name. Yeah, it's gonna miss me. But I remember he was just the sickest MC, man. His freestyling was like so crazy. Like he just got up on stage and he was just freestyling. The whole crowd was going crazy because like all his friends are there. And after that he like just spat his verse and stuff. And the vibe was just so amazing because people were just like, it was one of their kind of, their mob. So that was cool. That was probably one of my favorite instances instances for like another person. And I guess for me, like personally performing, I think it was probably the first time I went on tour, not knowing if I was going to get like one person to the venue or 10 people or 30 people.
Yeah.
And then like having like, you know, as many people showed up. I think we sold like 75 tickets or something like that. And that was really cool, like, because it was unexpected, because like no one really knows, you know, I'm not that big of an artist, so having that much of a turnout for my first kind of tour was really cool, and I really appreciate it. And the vibe was awesome. People like knew the songs, they were like, you know, and they were just getting into it, and so that was really really cool for me personally. Yeah, so I gave you
Yeah.
two for the price of one.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love a good stage interaction with the crowd. Um, do you
Yeah.
find that at a lot of your shows you can kind of vibe off of the crowd? Like, there's a lot of kind of in the moment things that happen between you and the crowd.
Definitely. Like I always like in my show, like obviously it's very well rehearsed and stuff, but I always leave space for kind of that vibe to kind of either get extended and like because normally I have a band now,
Yeah.
so we're kind of a little bit more flexible when it comes to songs, and we can like play them longer, we can play them shorter, depending on like what's happening in the crowd. So I
Yeah.
think that's a real cool progression for myself as an artist, because it's like that gives you another level of skill that you have to hone, because you've got to keep people engaged. If the song's
Yeah.
dying, then you got to kind of sense that it's dying, and then you got to like flip it into something that's more, I guess, getting the crowd more involved and more hyped. But yeah, I'm always down for really good crowd interaction, which is awesome. I had a bad experience though once in Perth, where a guy tried to like jump on stage and then like get the mic and start like, you know, like being part of my show, and I was just like, nah bro, you need to calm down. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And actually happened in Melbourne too. Like these three drunk guys just kept jumping on the stage, and that was thing. That was very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's because it's hard in smaller venues too, because there's often security there, but they're like in a corner somewhere, whereas
Yeah,
they should really be up the front dealing with it.
yeah. And it's like they don't even do anything, man. And it's like if you're a traveling band, you're also paying them like an arm and a leg
I know.
to be secure. But at the same time, you
Yeah.
don't want to be like you don't want to be like what's it called? You know, real like oh get you know kind of just kind of up yourself kind of artist
Yeah, like this
away
is
from the
my
stage.
show.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like VIP coming through.
Yes.
You know, so you want to strike that. I want to strike that really good balance between have a good time and then don't get like shit face wasted. So it's got to kind of balance itself out.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. Some people can get a little bit crazy when they go for a night out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um what about in terms of you writing songs? Do you have like a specific writing process that you kind of lay a track down, then write some lyrics, or does it kind of change up every time? How does it like for you?
Yeah, I think the most important for me is feel. Like it's feel. It's what am I trying to get the person who's listening to what I'm saying? What do I want them to feel?
Mm-hmm.
So normally I'll start with like what kind of track is the positive track? Is it education kind of track, or is it just like vibe or party jam, or you know what I mean? So it's like I kind of will break it up into either those three categories, or maybe is it thought provoking? You know, so am I trying to say some thought provoking stuff, or is it just for myself? Am I just trying to rap as quickly as possible, or add as many syllables and metaphors that I can? So I kind of decide what kind of song I'm going to write. You know, what category does it fit in? And then once I decide that, I just try and find the melodic sound to go with that mood, if that makes sense. So the beat, or I explain to the producer, this is the kind of feel that I'm going for, because I've already got the idea in my head. And then once that happens, the writing process is really actually like one of the easiest ones, because it's just about finding the right lyrics to match what I already know I'm going to say in my head. Because normally it's just like, because music is like a conversation. So if I was going to have a conversation with you about butterflies and how beautiful butterflies are, you know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, how can I make this conversation last for 2 minutes talking about beautiful butterflies? You know,
Yeah,
and I could be
right.
like, the first bit of the conversation, like describing something, it floats in the air, you know, like something like that. And then I could be describing, and then in the second part, I could just be like, beautiful butterflies, how much I love butterflies, something like that.
Yeah.
So it just the idea kind of gives you the canvas, and then you just got to paint that canvas with pretty colors, which
Yeah.
is the words. Yeah,
No, I love it.
I hope that's the explanation.
Yeah. I think also, I don't know if I don't know. I think it's an Australia-wide thing. We used to do rostrum speeches in primary school, maybe also year 7. Um, and it was like you were given a topic and you had to speak for a certain number of minutes about that topic and kind of
Yeah,
yeah yeah. I just remember doing them and
yeah,
yeah, it just reminded me of that. Like that would be really good practice for how you the kind of style that you write, that kind of process.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's like you got to talk about a certain topic for that amount of time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
make it interesting. That's the hardest part, because it's like you can't just say beautiful butterflies. Yeah, beautiful butterflies. Yeah, beautiful but for 2 minutes. Like, well, some people can do that, but I'll try and at least, describe it, or tell you something, or tell you a story about it, or tell you a story about why they're so beautiful. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
some yeah.
um cool. So what else can we expect from you in the future? We've got a new single hopefully coming out soon. Are you planning on doing any tours or special shows whenever that we can?
Yeah, definitely. I think now I've got a newfound appreciation for shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to look for, I guess, doing more shows, whether it's like supporting people, or the last, yeah. So as much as I can do, the better, because I think the show I did was during the pandemic. It was a art, not a part. So, and it was
Oh,
like, it was nearly going to be cancelled. It was like a 50-50 kind of thing,
yeah.
where it was like, we don't know if we're going to cancel it or
Yeah.
not, or you know what I mean. And then it went ahead, and then on the Monday everything kind of got shut down. So
Yes.
I was really, and it's crazy because like they actually sent us all an email saying like, if you don't want to play, like you don't have to play, like no hard feelings, because this was like in the beginning of the pandemic. And I don't know if there was people that didn't play, but I'm assuming there might have been maybe one, or there's certainly different artists that didn't present. And I bet you they're kicking
Mm.
themselves now, knowing that was the time elapsed from that time to now. There was
Yeah.
nothing. So you kind of missed an opportunity to showcase your art. And
Yeah.
then a
Yeah.
lot of people, festivals might not be opening until August or November.
That's right.
August to September. So
Yeah, everything's so up in the air. I think that was the last weekend that I saw a gig as well. I went to the front and there was not many people there. I think everyone was kind of already stocking up on toilet paper and staying inside.
yeah, that whole thing was nuts, man. I'm like, that was nuts. I
Yeah.
literally had like, I went to Woolworths and I picked up a spray and wipe, and this lady like attacked me. She's like, "That was my spray and wipe." Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, "Yo, lady, have the damn spray and wipe, man. Like, I'm not even like stocking up on it. I was just getting it so I could do some cleaning, but take the spray and wipe." People were just, no, man. It showed the worst of us really came
Yeah,
out during that time.
it
I
did.
think people just really panicked. People bought into all the different kinds of weird, what was it? It was weird, like conspiracy theories. Like, where I didn't even know where the whole toilet paper thing came from. It's like,
I
what?
think
Like, what?
I think people like, especially big families, they were kind of worried that if they're going to be inside for months and not allowed to go, like they're thinking if they can't go into, if we go into full lockdown, they won't be able to get toilet paper. But it's like you can still go to the supermarket and like,
Yeah,
you know, there's spray bottles. You can make do without toilet paper.
exactly. Of all the things that I could really need, I'm like toilet paper's not like that's not the highest on my list, man.
No,
Like it's really not.
no.
No, food is like number one. Food and water, but we have water, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
I'm like chocolate, man. Like I think I'll die if I didn't get to have chocolate.
Mm. I actually got really into making bread. I got the bread maker out,
Ooh,
and I was like,
yeah.
if there's one thing that you should learn how to do is make a good loaf of bread. So yeah, that's that's what I've been doing. And
See,
someone's
make
actually
bread.
someone's given me some sourdough starter, so I've actually been mastering the art of
Oh,
sourdough.
cool.
Mm.
Oh, I love sourdough. I love sourdough and some scrambled eggs.
Mm.
Yeah, I like.
um Yeah, so I'm excited for things to kind of be opening up. It still might be a while for big shows, but like I know some of the local venues are kind of opening up and doing like 20 tickets. Like the basement is doing tickets where you
Yeah,
have
that's
like
pretty.
an hour and a meal or something. You get like a meal and a beer and watch a show for an hour.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah.
I might have to go do that. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
So it's good that things are starting to happen with music. Um yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Anything, anything that gets people, out there sharing, sharing different positive thoughts and enjoying music is I'm 100% down for. So,
Yeah. Cool. Well, maybe we'll start to wrap up so that Zoom doesn't kick us off. But is there anything else
yeah,
that
true.
you wanted to plug or mention to us tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, just check out all my Instagram handles. Thank you so much for having me on. Much appreciated. Love all the work that you do with your events, and hopefully you can get them on and popping again, which I think would be really really cool. Um, and yeah, just support Aussie music, support Aussie venues. I think now more than ever is the time where everyone should just be getting out, supporting local restaurants because it keeps people employed,
Yeah,
which I think is
definitely.
a good thing. Supporting local businesses as well. Obviously, supporting yourself mentally, like look after your own personal mental health and your family, because it is tough times. People going through financial hardships and all that kind of stuff. So, and just be kind to people. Like, yeah, I have a big saying: peace, love, and prosperity. So, just be kind to people, man. Like everyone's kind of going through something shitty sometimes, not hopefully not all the time. So, yeah, just try and be kind to each other, and less abuse online, especially in this time as well. We need
Yeah,
to just try and be more positive. I think is the best way to be. But yeah, thanks for having me. And
beautiful.
like I said, at KG Official AUS, you can just type in KG Superwoman on iTunes or Spotify or YouTube, and my song will come up.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really nice note to end it on. Thank you for coming and chatting with
All
me.
right, awesome. Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Ooh.